If you're looking to buy or sell any FIFA 23 Ultimate Team coins, you can use u4gm.com as a reliable place to do so, and using code ELYTE, ELYYT, will get you 5% off your order. What is going on, everybody, and welcome back to a brand new video on my channel. My name is Sean, aka Elite. For all of you guys that are new, welcome in. Today, we've got a lot to talk about because there are so many new leaks, there are so many new promos that we know about, there are SBC cards that are coming very soon that we know that are coming in the next 48 hours at the most. There's so much to talk about, and before we get into all of that, make sure to slap a like on the video. Let's shoot for 250 likes on today's video. That would be absolutely amazing. First thing is first, let's talk about how these Path to Glory cards have moved over the course of the last day, because we've seen with that Argentina versus Croatia match, of course, the Argentinian players have gone up. The Croatian player, Brozovic, has gone down. Now, I've picked up a Romero after the game for 350 and 355, and I admit that I am playing with fire with that card because it is a little bit risky as we get closer and closer to the World Cup final on, I believe, Sunday at 10 a.m. Eastern. Those cards, whether they are in the final or not, whether they win the final or not, are most likely going to be coming down in price, because most of the value, and we've seen it time and time again, comes from just the potential of a new upgrade. And once they get that final upgrade, I just do not see them staying at the current prices. And Christian Romero is an example of that. He's 370,000 coins right now, so he's up a little bit from when we bought him, but he's probably going to hover around this price for another day. I think that he's going to go up a little bit more into the hype of that World Cup final match, especially if they end up playing Morocco. Now, obviously, most likely they're going to play France, but you never know. Morocco can surprise any team, and we've seen that so far. And I think that if Argentina go into that final match against Morocco, this card will probably rise a lot more in the next couple of days. But whether they play France or they play Morocco, I think it is safe to sell before that match and do not risk anything. Because even if Argentina do end up winning the World Cup this year, this Romero card sure is going to get that 5-star skill upgrade, which doesn't really help a center back. And then he's going to get a +1, +3 traits. Traits, again, not as valuable for a center back as a forward. And on top of that, a +1 just makes him 89 rated. And if we take a look at a player that is of a similar position and league, it's Kalidou Koulibaly, who is about the same exact price. He's 90 rated, and he's got better stats almost all round. He's been a very meta gold card in the game as well, and people like using him. And this is his price after they ended up getting knocked out. So I just don't see Christian Romero holding this kind of value if this is the price of Kalidou Koulibaly, and you can compare him to other center backs as well. And the truth is, that goes for all of these cards. Nkunku is a very, very, very good card, and yes, if he ends up winning the match against Morocco, he's going to get another +1, and then he'll get the 3 traits and another +1 in the final match if France end up winning the World Cup and go back to back. But again, I think after they end up winning the World Cup, this card will come down because it just loses that potential of another upgrade, which is what is holding this card up in price so much. But don't get me wrong, a 93 rated Nkunku will be pretty expensive still. I just don't see it at over 4 million coins like a lot of other people are predicting. It just doesn't make any sense. Now, we've got so many new promos and so many new SBC cards that have been leaked over the last day. And with that being said, we've also got every promo leading up to Team of the Year. Team of the Year is in mid-January. We pretty much know every single thing that is going to be coming up until then. But one thing is coming sooner than the others, and that is going to be a squad building challenge in World Cup Phenoms, VLAHOVIC. This card is coming probably today. If not, it'll come tomorrow most likely. 88 rated. He's a striker. In the card, it looks similar to some other cards we've seen. We'll see if it gets a skill move and weak foot boost, because he is 3-star on his base card, I believe. So if it stays the same, it's probably not going to be a too desirable card. But if they make it cheap enough, it still is 88 rated. On top of that, it does have some nice stats with 90 shooting, 85 physicality, 88 dribbling, and 86 pace. If you can combine that with 4-star skills, I think that that card is very, very good. People will start putting it into Serie A squads. They'll start building around it. And of course, one of the main ways to trade on the game this year is through complement link investing. So I've been going out and I've been bidding on these Milinkovic-Savic cards, and I actually got one for 57K. I got one for 65,000 coins on bid. Late night bidding, very effective, very easy to get some cards that are, that are less than what you could get for it on the buy now. So if we take a look at Milinkovic-Savic's card right now, we're looking at a card that's going for about 70,000 coins, maybe 75K, 74K. Let's see what he's at right now. 74, 73K. So again, 57,000 coins, pretty good deal on bid there. And then I've picked up a few more at about 70,000 coins, which there is a little bit of risk to it. Don't get me wrong. If you're going in and you're investing in links to VLAHOVIC, you're putting a little bit of your coins out of your hands because, one, you're waiting for that SBC to drop. And if it doesn't drop, well, it's just going to follow the trend of the market. In fact, it could drop a little bit lower because of people like me maybe selling off the investments because VLAHOVIC didn't get put into the game today. Nonetheless, I'm probably going to hold it until that VLAHOVIC does come out. But the other thing is, if VLAHOVIC is too expensive, if they make his card, 200,000 coins to get, nobody's going to go out and do that SBC. And so this card will end up dropping because everybody who invested in it is just going to sell off and there's going to be no demand. But if VLAHOVIC, on the other hand, is a very desirable card, maybe they give him that skill move and weak foot boost, and maybe they price him at 30,000 coins or 40,000 coins, a lot of people are going to go do that. A lot of people are going to build around that. And this is a card that obviously in Serie A and from Serbia is going to be one of those main links. And of course, it's not the only thing you can go out and get. If you've got Kostic, who actually plays for Juventus and is from Serbia. And I think a lot of people, although they probably aren't going to go out and do the or use the gold card, they're probably going to go out and do the swap that you can get this Kostic for pretty cheap. It only goes for 6 swaps, so I guess it's not super cheap, but it is 88 rated, and it would get a pretty much perfect link to that VLAHOVIC card, being from Juventus and Serbia, and it is a very, very good card. If only that had 3-star as well. Nonetheless, those are some different options that people will maybe complement link those cards. And as I said, we know every single promo up until Team of the Year now, and I'm going to show you guys what those promos are in a second, but I've already started saving some big packs for Team of the Year. We're going to create a Team of the Year pack project, and it just comes down to what packs do we want to save? Do we want to save 25K packs and above? Do we want to save 50K packs and above? I'm thinking we go 50K packs and above, and we open everything else below that, and we just save those for Team of the Year. So with that being said, I'll open this 25K pack, and today I actually opened the halftime SBC pack, which I can't remember what it gave you, maybe a rare Electrum players pack. Nonetheless, I packed an icon a couple of weeks ago. It was Petr Cech, who's actually in my starting squad. And that was my first ever icon that I had packed in FIFA ever. I've been playing since FIFA 14, and I had never packed a icon or a legend before. And today, I ended up packing another one. And it wasn't a very good one. It's not going to make it into this video. I didn't actually get a reaction to it because I did it on my phone while I was watching the World Cup match. But we did end up packing Raul. So that's 2 icons packed in just the span of a couple weeks. And after going 9 years, after going 9 years without packing an icon in a normal pack, in a non-guaranteed pack, to get 2 of them, I'd say that's pretty good. And here is the schedule that we're going to see for the promos in FIFA 23 Ultimate Team over the course of the next few weeks. World Cup Team of the Tournament is the first one that we are going to see on Friday. I would expect to see a loading screen today or tomorrow for that, and this is going to be a performance-based promo. Over the last few weeks with Road to the World Cup and then World Cup stories and whatever we have now, it's been repetitive and they're just throwing random cards in there. But this one is going to be based on their performances in the tournament itself. So we're probably going to see some big names in here like Lionel Messi, Kylian Mbappe, Bruno Fernandes from Portugal probably getting in there, Enter Valencia from Ecuador. You could probably put together a pretty good idea on what is going to be in this squad. Gvardiol from Croatia, despite him getting cooked by Messi yesterday. There's going to be some really, really good cards in that promo, and I'm excited for that coming out on Friday. And then we get Winter Wild Cards, which is coming back from the year before. And the first reply to this tweet to Donk was question mark, and it was referring to Footmiss could return when he tweeted that back in October. It doesn't look like that's going to be coming back. Those card types were added into the database in October, but it's not part of the schedule over the next few weeks. And, well, if they're going to drop Winter Wild Cards on December 23rd, we're just not going to get a Footmiss this year. Now, that's bad news because Footmiss in FIFA 17 was probably the best promo in the history of FIFA Ultimate Team, or at least up there on everybody's list. It was spectacular. But Winter Wild Cards last year was also very, very good. There was a lot of content during that time, so it does get replaced by at least something that isn't a buzzkill. And that's coming out on December 23rd. And then we get FUT Centurions on January 6th. I have no idea what that's going to entail. I do know we have a card type confirmed for FUT Centurions, which I'll show you guys in a second. And then after that, we've got Team of the Year, which would lead you to believe that it's going to come out on January 13th. And to be honest, that kind of makes sense to me. January 13th for Team of the Year is probably what I would say is the rough estimate date for me, although EA could push it back a week if they wanted to. And normally when they drop Team of the Year, they generally don't drop every single player all at once, but they've switched it up every single year over the last few years. So we just don't know exactly what's going to come, and we're going to have to wait until more leaks and more information comes out from EA on that kind of stuff. A little bit farther away, we're about a month away from Team of the Year, so we're getting a little bit of ahead of ourselves. But during these next couple of promos, World Cup, Team of the Tournament, Winter Wildcards, FUT Centurions, we are going to see a little bit of that Team of the Year market crash that we mentioned last week. It's going to come in the middle of December and late December, and it's going to come a lot earlier than a lot of people expect. So it's definitely something to prepare for. You don't want to have too many, tradable cards that are fitting the current meta, because that is going to change pretty drastically after Team of the Year comes, and people will prepare for that. The pre-crash is normally the biggest crash. So with that being said, we also have some packs that are added to the code. Couple of normal packs here that we've seen before. It's nothing crazy, but we do have a FIFA World Cup History Makers pack. And that's something that we've had in the database for a couple weeks now, and we're expecting to come out on December 23rd. So in 9 days, we're going to see this pack, and it's going to be free. It's going to be in your club for free as long as you log in on December 23rd. So it's going to come out at about the same time as Winter Wildcards, and what that's going to consist of is all of these different players, but at different ratings, because Mbappe, they're not going to give you a 91 rated Mbappe for free. It's probably going to be about 86 rated. Van Dijk's probably going to be 86 or 85. Pedri might stay the same, and the rest of these guys might be similar ratings to what they are in their gold cards. But it is going to be a free pack, and they will get 2 upgrades over time. And it's not performance based. It's simply you're going to get an 86 rated Mbappe if you end up getting lucky and packing him. And then after a month, he's going to get an upgrade to 87. And then after another month, he's going to get an upgrade to 88. And that's to help fight the power curve. I think dynamic and live cards are probably the only thing that is ultimately saving FIFA at this point. If dynamic and live cards didn't exist, this game would be dead. It would be completely dead because the promos that they're dropping, they get repetitive very quickly. The power curve continues to change. And if you invest in a card that stays the same rating over time, it falls out of the meta a lot quicker than what it used to in FIFA Ultimate Team. So those are different things that we've got to prepare for over the next few weeks, and those are all of the different content and SBCs and promos that we're expecting as well. Here are the card designs that we're going to see for each one of the promos over the next month. We start with the World Cup Team of the Tournament, which you might already recognize is the exact same as the design that was used for the World Cup Swaps cards, and it's going to be used again for World Cup Team of the Tournament. Then we've got Winter Wild Cards, which is this green design. Still kind of has a Christmas feel to it, but doesn't explicitly call it Futmas. I think EA are trying to separate it from any promos being religion related, which kind of makes sense, and Futmas being, you know, kind of a play on words with Christmas might make people feel alienated. I don't know. I'm not going to dive into it, but it still kind of has that vibe to the card itself. I think it looks pretty cool. And then we've got Fut Centurions, which comes out the week after that. And I think that this is one of the uglier cards that we've seen this year. I guess I kind of get what they're going for. I don't think it looks very good. And then, of course, we've got Team of the Year. And I think the coolest part of this card is going to be covered up by the player's face, which is going to be right here where these crystals are kind of breaking through the gold and the blue. Very, very cool design. One of the best Team of the Year designs we've had. But again, the best part of that design is going to be covered up by the player's head. So I don't know how good they're actually going to look once the... As you guys can see, we've added Cap de Villa into the squad, and we did pack him in our World Cup Heroes upgrade pack. If you want to see my reaction to that, check out the Clips channel down below. Brand new Clips channel, only has like 20 subscribers or something like that. So I need your help. Go subscribe to that if you made it to the end of today's video. But that's going to be a wrap for it today. If you guys enjoyed the video, do not forget to slap that like button. 250 likes is what we're going for. And of course, subscribe to the channel if you are new and want to have more trading tips over the next few weeks and throughout FIFA 23 Ultimate Team. Thank you guys so much for watching. The secret comment word of the day is going to be Winter Wild Cards. So comment Winter Wild Cards in the comments section down below if you made it to the end of the video. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.